Greetings, I'm Barrett and welcome to Meet Me at the Table. Today you're seeing the box of Aeon Trespass Odyssey in front of you in the giant white box that encompasses a huge adventure game with a wonderful boss battling system. This game is super cool, but the only problem I had with it is trying to get it to the table was kind of a pain with the system of the insert inside this original box. I was not very pleased with it. You couldn't put any of your sleeve cards all together in there without trying to really rearrange things, and some of the miniatures didn't quite get back in when I wanted them with putting some of the cards in there, and it just was kind of frustrating to me. So I reached out to a company called Fancy But Functional who has done some fantastic inserts in the past. If you check out my channel, I know there's some on there. I think I did one for Madara and I also did one for ISS Vanguard. The person who has created this insert has also gone out of its way. This is Fancy But Functional's Aeon Trespass Odyssey insert. I'm going to open this box, show you everything that has to do with this insert, and then we're going to put it all back in there and show you exactly how it fits. It's absolutely amazing. And there is no lid lift with this after it's all put in there, and it holds everything you're able to get in the core game. If you're excited to see the insert from Fancy But Functional for Aeon Trespass Odyssey, then I need you to meet me at the table. Before we crack the lid on the box to show you everything inside, I do want to mention that, full disclosure, this was sent to me as a copy to be able to build and assemble and show everybody. If you're interested in how this was assembled, you can check out my live assembly video. Canje from Canje Studios was able to join me, and we both built this insert together and had a fun time chit-chatting with each other and the chat. And we do that a lot on my live painting episodes that you can check out. We try to do at least once a week. I chit-chat with the chat while we go ahead and paint up at some miniatures, or in this case assembling a insert from Fancy But Functional that he was able to provide to me. Let's lift this up and you can see what is inside. You're going to start by noticing that it fits all of the cycle books, and it also fits the rule book and how to play video book. They all fit right on top perfectly. So we'll take all these books and set them to the side. After we do that, I'm sure the next thing you're going to notice is this whole section over here, and we will get to that. The cool thing about this insert is it's not a company making inserts for games. It's a gamer who makes inserts for games that he plays, which is super cool. So he knows what people need and how to get to it as fast as they can to get it to the table. It's a really cool system and how this is all put together, and it's super cool that he is able to invent something like this. So we remove the board and then look at all of this. This is absolutely phenomenal. It is built out of a wood type material, so it does add a weight to the box. That is something you might want to be aware of. But just look at this. Here is your large cards. You can lift them out easily along with our dials, and there's a lot of space in this one. I don't have these sleeved because I don't have sleeves that big, so I haven't sleeved it yet, but if you did, they would all fit in there without any problem. And the next thing you're gonna notice is there's parts for cards and parts for some of our tokens, and these are all just little compartments that you can put the tokens you want in there. Whatever you feel is the best to have is how you can go ahead and do it. The ones you see and where I put them was my own idea. It was not actually it's not exactly how you're supposed to do it for some of the things. So I got all my dice here, and there's a lot of room for a lot of extra dice. You have like extra dice that you got for the Kickstarter. Then we have some of our token trays here. They all have all the different things you're going to need to be able to play the game in here. There's some that have 3 spots. There's some that have 2 spots. And as you just keep continuing to go down, you're going to notice that more and more are in here. So we have, I just put all of these tokens together in there. Like I said, there's no particular order as to what tokens go in whatever you feel is the best. There is probably a suggestion, if I remember right, on the instructions as to what you could put in them, but I think you can just decide what you want. Now, this is a neat system over here. He has built it so you have easy access to all the different types of terrain. So here these fit right in here, and the long ones fit on top of it with all the single ones over to the side. And then he has it built so that the square ones go on top with these little ones going down here. I put these tokens in here. This is actually where they're not supposed to go, but I found them easier to put in that area. That's where I decided to put them. And these all fit with the Z's this way and the L-shaped ones this way. It's almost like a huge, cool game of Tetris to get it all in there. And it fits perfectly. Now the cards are put together in a system that is absolutely amazing. And there's 2 different ways you can get this insert. One, you could get it so that all the cards are going to fit into these type of trays. If that that is how you want to do it. Or you can do it where if you want to use a binder system, you could buy binders and stick the cards into the binders, and they would fit into the insert with the binders in there as well. There's 2 separate ones on the website for Fancy But Functional that you can check out. Now, in this particular place here, we have all of the secret decks, so I don't know what's in these, and I've left them just like that. And on top of that, we have the secret cards here as well, and also the envelopes. They're all fitting into this one area. This is all the secret cards for the game, all fit in one particular insert package. Then we have here, whoa, I forgot it's 3 different things, because then you can pull out the ones you need. Here we have ones that are for, this one says for which cycle is it? For cycle number, was it 3 or 2 or something here? Basically, these are all the item cards and stuff you're going to need for each cycle. And I've divided them up into the different cycles. So if you remember the first insert that you got with this game, I could potentially fit one of maybe 2 of the cycles in there, but then I wouldn't be able to get a third one in there with all this with your sleeve. But look at all the room I have with these now. And these are thick sleeves. They're just like quick little easy small teeny sleeves. These are big sleeves. And right here, this is cycle 1. We have cycle 2 and cycle 3 all have their own compartment when it comes to the item deck. It's absolutely phenomenal. Then we have our technologies, and he has them listed so you can put all your technology 1s into this one. All your technology 2s and 3s are going to go into this one. They are labeled perfectly so you know exactly what set of cards you can do. And this one is technology projects. Right now, I've put actually everything I have for a save system into this. So I have all the technologies that I have, plus any of the items and stuff for my group is in here as well. So I've kind of used this as my save step slot for now, because I haven't gotten very far in the game. But as you go forward, you can put all of the technology projects into one particular place. Then of course we do have the one for our 3rd technology as well. And we continue going down. This is absolutely so good. Check this out. It is everything you're going to need. We have all of our tiles, and they are separated, I believe, by cycle as well. So we can just pull these out and you can take a look. So this is going to be our cycle. I think it's cycle 2 or cycle 3. I can't remember which one the purple one is, but it has all of those in here. And these are the advanced tiles. These are the thick cardboard ones, so they fit in there. Even all the extra stuff you could get and any type of upgrade fits in here as well. Then we have this one. This is our cycle 1 system. It is in there. And we have our cycle 2 and 3. I think the 3rd one is red. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've looked at it. I've always been just looking at the first one. So knowing that we can put all of those over here. Now, of course, if you don't have the upgrade for the exploration card decks, you can put the decks of cards in there just fine. You're fully sleeved. They're going to fit like a gem. And a gem? Okay, a gem. Then we have these. Again, one of the things he does that I think is absolutely phenomenal is he labels the parts of them, and he's able to put them in there so that you can reach into these as you're playing through the game. I need a minor trauma. I can just instantly go in here, grab the top minor trauma card, pull it out, and read it and have to deal with it. And then I can put it in the back maybe if I wanted to just keep on recycling it. Or if I ever to, I can just take it all out and and shuffle it all up. On the other side, we have the conditions. So these are the ones that are double-sided I've put on this side, and all the ones that are just straight up normal conditions I have here. We have our Argonauts and our patterns all here as well. Perfectly able to get to whenever we need to out on the battlefield. Next, we have our Kratos and Miros deck, and on the back side, we have our Mimos and Fated Mimos. So again, you can just draw the top one you need, or if you need to actually dig in and reach for them, they're easy to grab, and they can sit right by the board just like this, so they're ready to go. They're not laying somewhere off to the side in another big, huge box of cards. It's right there. You can just grab them. You know exactly where to pick these up from. It's absolutely phenomenal. Then we have all of our clues, and these are modular. You can change where you want to put these in relation to this big open thing here. So it has our clues from all the different cycles. And then it also, on this side, I believe, has all of our exploration cards from 1, 2, and 3. That's what's in this. We have our cycles on one side and our clues on the other side. And like I said, these are modular. You can put them in any way you want to in order to get to them. Then we have all of these. These are every type of monster we're going to fight. First, of course, the only monster I grabbed is Other. This is the ones that are going to have, for example, our trait cards. I think our terrain cards are in here as well. Here's our terrain cards. I've put them into this Other slot. But all the rest of them are going to be our monsters. So, for example, here's our Kamara. we have the Hecaton right here. So if we're going to fight the Hecaton, we just take this out and we're ready to go. And we can leave the rest of these in here because we're not going to need it, because one boss battle is enough for a night. But if you want to do multiples, then they're all there and ready to go. So I'm just going to quickly stick those off to the side and kind of push them this way, because I want to get to this. This is absolutely a phenomenal system right here. Now I'm going to zoom in at least a little bit so you can see these as you're building them. It shows you exactly where to put them according to the instructions that are provided by Fancy But Functional. It is a web place you have to go to. It's a website to be able to get to the instructions. They're not coming with this contraption, from what I understand. Or you could ask, maybe he could print them out and send them with the insert. I do want to mention that the insert does have to be built. It doesn't come assembled. You have to build it. I just with simple wood glue, and you're able to get it all ready to go. And as you can see, each one of these has a padding on it, and these pads are actually have stick on the back, so these actually will stick right on here. You don't need to glue them. They will stick on there perfectly. So he has also told me, according to the directions, where each and every one of these miniatures is going to go once you have this assembled and are ready to go. And so it's nice that he has these foam compartments in here, so once I get these painted, they're not going to knock around, and I'm not going to be banging them against some hard part that is going to knock some of the paint off if I don't decide to protect the miniature. And these are, and it's cool because it just sits right on top of this, just like that. And so underneath it, we have some of our other bigger miniatures. And as you can see, kind of in the back here, it has a part where nothing's going, because this miniature would be too big to have something sitting on top of it. So he has it spaced out exactly so you can fit these bigger miniatures in the box without them coming in contact with any of the other parts. This whole section right here is just a phenomenal work of art that is able to get everything you need into where it needs to go and not get in the way of other things. It even has these spaces right here to account for this huge monster right here. So as you stick this in here to put it on top, it fits right on there. And when it fits into the areas it's supposed to fit into, you can see that the top of this miniature is poking through the areas of this that are not covered. It's fantastic. I can't even tell you how cool this insert is. And then each one of these has their own spot in here when you get it all assembled. And it even has these sturdy poles that go in there that are holding everything together. And even on this, as you can see right in here, it has a little notch that shows you where it's going to go when you go to put it back. It fits right on top of this particular one right here, so you can't mistakenly put it in a different spot. All this has a particular way it's going to go in once it's in there. And we'll just put this miniature set right back on top of there. Again, it has these little holes in here where it fits in on the bottom part of this insert. And so these will not, the only way these are going to jostle around is you have to shake the box around. It's absolutely out of control. So then once we get those all put back in there, if we ever need to take out what we need to, and you don't really need to ever take probably any of these, you don't take all this out, because you're just going to take the miniatures you need. I want this one, I need this one. Say I need the Hecaton, I'll pull this off, I'll grab the Hecaton, here it is, ready to go, and we're going to be able to go. I still got to get him fully painted. I haven't gotten him fully painted here. Worked a little bit on one of our painting streams, but I haven't gotten back to him. I think I might need to. We're going to continue putting all of this stuff back. This is going to go here, and then we're going to put our Mentos cards here. We're going to put these here, and there is a particular way to put it back together, and it does show exactly how to in the instructions. So just to continue, we'll place in all of our cards for the different cycles right in here, and we can travel around the world and have them all set for us there. Our secret cards go right here, followed by these. If I remember right now, of course, we're going completely off memory right now, but I think I'm going to be doing a pretty good job. No, I think these back up a little bit. If I remember it, I think all these trays are going to fit right in here, and they fit right up against this just like that. And you're even going to have a little bit of extra room if there's ever anything you need to put in here. I think over on this side, there is a little bit of extra room that you can use to put together there. We'll place all of our technologies all back here. And once we get all the technologies, can I put them that way? No, I think I put them this way. All right, we'll get our technologies out. Can I put these this way? Okay, we're going to get this all up and running here. I'm going to take these out and put it in exactly how it's supposed to go so you can see exactly how it fits. We'll make it easier on ourselves by starting by putting back the ones that go over on this side. And I do want to mention that if you're interested in this particular insert, I will put links for Fancy But Functional into the description of this video. And it even goes through all the different things you can do with this. Like I said, there's 2 different kinds that you can buy with this insert, which is pretty sweet. So now we got those in there. We'll put our technology cards back over here on top of this. And we'll put the other 2 back over here. so that these are all set to go when I want to play them. Now remember, you don't have to take all this out in order to play. You just take out what you need. If you need the Technologies 1 and this and your save progress, for me, I would just take those 2 out and leave those in there. I wouldn't even need them. They're not actually going to be needed. Then we'll put these back in here, just like this. And like I said, you're going to have even some extra room once you have this all done that you can use for other parts of the game if you're interested. So we'll put our dice right back in there, and we'll put these right on top of here, just like that. Just perfect. And that's how it's going to go in. Then we'll put our board right back on top of here, just like that. Fits in there nice and snug. And then we'll put all of our books right on top, and we're good to go. We have actually re-put this all back together, which is absolutely awesome. I can't tell you enough how awesome Fancy But Functional does when it comes to creating inserts. Again, like I said, this is not a company making inserts for games. This is a gamer making an insert for games. He plays these games. He wants to be able to get these games to the table as fast as he can. And so once he figures out how to make this all work, he's able to provide it to you. And like I said before, being able to find a way to get all these miniatures just over into this one section is absolutely bonkers, out of control. Knowing exactly where to leave places to get things into where they're supposed to go, it's like an engineering work of art. Absolutely amazing. So again, that is the insert from Fancy But Functional for the game Aeon, Trespass, Odyssey, which I don't know if you're anything like me, but I was very disappointed in the insert it came with. It looked cool at first, but then once I started to try to get the cards in there and all sleeved and ready to go, it just became a nightmare. So if you're looking for a great insert for Aeon, Trespass, Odyssey, look no further than Fancy But Functional. Please go check it out. Again, full disclosure, this was sent to me, and I'm grateful that he was able to do it, because this is really going to make this game come to the table so much faster, and it's going to be so much more fun to play when you don't have to dig through so many different things to try to get it all up and running. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this brief showcase for this insert from Fancy But Functional. I have done a few of them in the past. I can't say enough good things about Fancy But Functional. They are by far my favorite insert company when it comes to making inserts for games. If you enjoyed the insert, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell symbol so you know when more content comes out. Now that we've got this insert made and everything for it ready to go, this game is probably going to be coming back to my channel hopefully pretty soon, because this is going to be, it's super easy to get to the table now, and I'm really excited to dig into this. This is one of my most anticipated games, and now that I've got it and I've played a little bit of it and I've enjoyed it so much, I'm excited to bring it back to the table. If you're interested in picking up this particular insert or any other insert from Fancy But Functional, I'll put a link to them in the description of this video. Other than getting a copy of this insert, I don't get any other type of kickbacks. I just like to help support people that make amazing things for games. Also, if you're interested in supporting the channel, please check out the Patreon. The link to that is also in the description of this video. Those that have already joined the Patreon are located here on the screen. Thank you so much for all your support and generosity. The people that are part of the Patreon do get to do things on the channel. They get to help me decide what comes to the channel, potentially who plays in some of our games. Also, they get to help name and some of the characters that we play in our games. On top of that, we do live playthroughs with Colin over at the One Stop Co-op Shop every Monday night, and we try to get a painting video done every Wednesday live, so please feel free to join me at those times. Again, thank you so much for watching this showcase of Fancy But Functional's Aeon, Trespass, Odyssey insert. And if you're excited to see what comes next, then I need you to meet me at the table.